What's up, brilliant business owner? Welcome to today's Authentic Selling TV, the place to learn how to get paid to do the work you love to do. Thank you for being here. In true authentic selling style, we try to start all of these with a genuine thank you. So thank you. Today we're talking about proven ways to grow your audience without paying for it, or organic traffic. Now, a lot of people think that you need a massive following in order to grow your audience, but let's sort of drill back up to why do we want to grow our audience, right? Well, likely you want to have a bigger impact, you want to make more money, you want to get more customers. And so understanding why you're doing something is important rather than just blindly following all the experts that say you need to grow your audience, Actually knowing why you're doing something is important. So why do we want to grow the audience? Because we want more impact. We want more exposure. We want to get on national TV. We want to get on local TV. We want more customers. We want to make more money. Okay, great. So those are all really good reasons to want to grow your audience. Now, it is true that the fastest, most effective way to grow your audience likely is paid advertising. But there are some hacks that you can use to get around that right now, some of which I believe are working better than paid advertising. There's lots of changes going on in the market with an iOS update. So ads are not being shown. And so we as business owners have to find a way to get out in front of our people. In authentic selling, or in the authentic selling process, that's called prospecting. And prospecting is just literally, you think about old prospectors mining for gold. This is the same sort of thing. It's the way you go out into the interwebs and say, hey, I'm here and I have something really amazing that could change your life if you're interested. It's not literally what you say, but that's what's happening. And so that's called prospecting. And step number 2 is called engagement. And this is of the entire authentic selling process. You must prospect and you must engage. And if your audience isn't growing organically, I'm willing to bet, as sure as my hair is red, that you are either not prospecting or you're not engaging once you prospect. Now, before we get into the proven ways to grow your audience, we need a disclaimer here. I know how challenging prospecting can feel. I understand how demoralizing it can be when you hear crickets. I've done it. I've seen our customers do it, but I also know, again, as sure as my hair is red, that you have to get through the crickets to get to the crowds. If you are unwilling or unable to persevere through the crickets, the crowds won't come. It's just plain and simple. All right, so what are some proven ways to grow your audience? Number 1 is blow somebody's mind. Now, yes, that is super subjective. I get that, but hear me out. If you come into contact with one influencer, one person who is farther along in your journey than you are, and you blow their minds, they are going to want to testify like a Southern Baptist on a hot Sunday morning about your work. I did this 10 years ago with Jenny Shee. Jenny and I were not friends. I was fortunate enough to get to help her close a few sales. And the more we worked together, she began closing more and more. She's like, I want you to come to my list. Like, this is amazing. And so that's one way, right? Like literally putting yourself out there, blowing someone's mind. This is a little bit more of the quantity over quality question, right? Quality over quantity. Like if you can find someone and blow their mind, someone who has a similar audience, and blow their mind with stuff they haven't heard in the industry before, or with the way in which you deliver your stuff, you are likely to make a connection where you could share your work. So the next question I would have is, okay, great. How do I network? How do I find these people? Because these people aren't reading cold pitches. And you're right. We get pitched all the time. And I like getting pitched. I don't mind it. We get pitched all the time for people to come in and teach to you, to come in and be on our blog, which we don't have a blog, we have a blog, but we get pitched all the time. Let me interject here. Like, I know this doesn't necessarily belong in this ASTV, but do your research before you pitch someone. I would say, I'd guesstimate about 30 to 40% of the pitches we get have no clue what I do. I mean, it's just random made up templated emails. And I love templated emails if you are smart enough to make them work for you. Basically, I've been a fan of yours for a long time, a long time. And I can come and teach your audience about selling, and that would supplement what you teach them about business. Actually, no, probably not gonna have somebody come on and teach them about selling, because that's what I teach. Or, hey, I literally, true story, this weekend opened up a pitch. Someone wanting to come in and teach the parents of my mom blog about how to get their kids to sleep. I mean, do your homework. That is a surefire way to get a no, right? But then I know the next question is, okay, Kendrick, I've tried this. I've sent blind pitches before. I don't know. I never get picked up. Well, this is where step 2 of selling comes in, or authentic selling comes in, is engagement. You got to engage with these people. You have to follow them. You have to make yourself known. And there's some great places that you can do that now. Clubhouse is a fantastic way to do that. Clubhouse is, if you don't know, is one of the newest social media avenues, platforms that people are using, and it's great for introverts because you don't have to have the camera on. And I know people that have gotten traditional publishing deals from being on Clubhouse. I have a client who has gotten, I believe she's booked until April because of connections she's made on Clubhouse. She's landed speaking gigs. So yes, it works. Now, if you don't like Clubhouse, maybe you don't like Clubhouse, maybe you're not on Clubhouse, because Clubhouse right now is only for people on iPhones. Perhaps you are looking for a different way to grow your following. Another way to grow your audience massively, and yes, I've seen it lead to business, is Reels and Instagram. Like, whatever the algorithm is right now, it is rewarding Reels. I have seen colleagues who were averaging about 20 or 30 coaching calls a month, who early adopted into Reels. Now they're getting 150 calls a month. Imagine that, 150 sales calls a month. That's incredible. And it all can be attributed back to using Reels. So I think the main point here is be an early adopter of something. Now, you may have a hate relationship with social media, and that's a different conversation, but you need to find a way to blow people's minds. And here's the thing. Every day, there are more and more opportunities. There are more and more social media platforms for you to do that in a way in which you feel comfortable. So it's not as much a matter of quantity as it is quality. Sure, you got to check the box on some quantity stuff, but this is about making real relationships, not fake ones. Like the customer I had who is using Clubhouse so effectively and has gotten, so many speaking gigs and so many clients, or the customer who's using Reels. Literally, one of our coaching calls last year is my favorite coaching call I've ever had with anybody ever. We brainstormed music. We brainstormed songs that she could then put Reels to. And I don't know how many we came up with, like 100, but so it's not, here's something I've learned. It's not just pressing record. Like, there is something to be said for pressing record in the moment and being authentic, but plan this crap out, right? This might be your shot. Like, I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. Cue the Hamilton. This might be your shot to get in front of Oprah, Steve Harvey, Ellen, Marie Forleo, whomever you're trying to get in front of. Those people are watching Reels. Those people are on social. Yes, they are. I see it in Clubhouse all the time. So, the number one proven way to grow your list without paid traffic is prospecting and engagement. Prospecting is going out and letting people know you are here and you have something to say. Engagement is once those people find you, engaging with them, talking to them, no comment left behind. Now, where do you go and prospect? Social media is a great place. Now, I know, again, some of you have a hate relationship with social media, but there are 3.2 billion with a B people on social media. For those of you saying my people aren't on social media, they're C-level executives, you're wrong. 87% of C-level executives make purchasing decisions through social media. 87%, y'all. They're there. So go out and blow somebody's mind. They are watching. And I know I know you may do a killer live. You may do the best post you've ever done and hear crickets, but you got to hear the crickets to get to the crowds. So something new we're doing on ASTV is celebration, right? And so that's a really, really big thing inside of Authentic Selling University and the tools that I created. We start with gratitude, we end with celebration. So today I celebrate those of you who are going to try something new. Those of you who are going to persevere through the crickets to get to the crowds. Because as sure as my hair is red, you're going to be the people 3 months from now who are saying, I got 150 consults booked. I got a speaking gig booked. I got a traditional publishing job from hanging out in the places where these publishers were. So I celebrate you. I believe in you and I believe in your business. See you all next week.